Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for today's video. Today I have a huge home decor haul to share with you guys. I did have to split this video up into two parts, and you guys know I like to go into pretty good detail with all of the new items that I have. So this is part one. I will upload part two tomorrow. The majority of the items that I have to share in today's video are coming from TJ Maxx and HomeGoods. As always, I hope that you will enjoy this video. Let's jump right in and get started. My first find. This came from HomeGoods, and I actually saw a very similar version to this sign at a different HomeGoods, and I was so tempted to buy it because I absolutely love what it says. But the one that I originally saw was much darker. The wood tones that the original one had was just very dark, and with the black lettering it was just kind of hard to really be able to make out what this was saying, especially from a little bit further away. And so I held back on purchasing it, and ever since I walked away from that, I've had my mind on it just because I loved the overall look of it. And so once I stumbled upon this much lighter version, I was ecstatic. I was so happy. This one has so much character just from the like little wooden planks. So this is going to be hung up here in our dining room. This is actually going to replace one of the existing like wall decor pieces that we've had up for pretty much ever since we moved here. So the change that this wall piece will give this room will be really nice, I think, and this will be part of my dining room refresh video. Whenever that is finished and goes live, you will definitely see this piece being added here during that video. This is real wood. The planks are all like individual. I paid $30 for this. Next up, I found this really beautiful woven basket. This came from TJ Maxx. I was immediately attracted to it. I love that it does have quite a few colors, but all of the colors that it does have are really nice and neutral and just kind of toned down a little bit. Here is what the bottom looks like. And it's not a very big basket. It's definitely not super deep at all, but I just thought it was adorable, especially for the summer season. I thought this would be like a really nice little outdoor like caddy to hold like ketchup, mustard, mayo, stuff for a barbecue, or even paper plates. I'm pretty sure a paper plate would fit in there. Okay, so paper plates do fit perfectly in here. You can put your napkins in here, or of course you could just use it as like a decorative tray, stick a candle in here, or a little vase plant arrangement. Here are the sides. I really love the side details that this has, and this was $12.99. Moving on from HomeGoods, I found this wooden round platter, and this does have some height with these like metal feet. I just thought that this was really nice. It's super heavy. It seems very durable and well made. And just like with that basket, there's so many different ways I can envision using this. We do a lot of like dessert tables when we have parties. I'm constantly looking for platters like this. I seem to never have enough, even though I already do have a pretty substantial collection. I'm always looking for more, and so this will fit right into my like wooden cupcake stands and cake stands. But you guys know I'm always searching for those dual purposed items, just items that I can get a few different uses out of. So when we have parties or get-togethers, this will have like a functional purpose. But for our normal day-to-day lives, this could be used as another decorative stand. Just placing a candle on here with a photo frame. I love when pieces have some height. I love using platforms to kind of group home decor together. I love how beautiful and light the top of the wood is. I think that having these metal pieces included definitely give this piece a more industrial vibe, while the top is definitely more rustic looking. I still have the tag on this one. This one was $10.99. Okay, so this is the second wood piece of about 3 or 4 more similar pieces like this. I am just constantly drawn to these beautiful wooden tones. I love all of the color and all of the character that these wooden pieces have, and I'm just a sucker for these like wooden accent pieces. So I found this really nice tray. This was purchased at TJ Maxx. This too is an extremely heavy piece I'm hoping it is as durable and long-lasting as it feels and as it looks. It just looks like a timeless piece to me. I have really been getting into like cheese, salami, like little appetizer spreads or platters, and so that is what I purchased this with in mind. I love how those whole spreads look and how they come together, and I think there's such a fun and easy way to kind of offer a really nice, well thought of like appetizer. So I thought that this would be perfect, especially just laying a piece of wax paper down below to kind of protect the surface and preserve it a little bit. This one was a little bit more pricey. I believe this was $24.99, but like I said, it feels super durable and heavy. And here you can see a little bit more of like the details that this has. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm always amazed with all of the character and all of the colors that these wooden pieces include and have. All right, wooden piece number 3. I have this circular cutting board. I was looking for something like this. I have seen similar versions to this on Instagram, all over Instagram, and I knew I really wanted to bring something like this home. I found a collection of these cutting boards at HomeGoods, just the shape with the handle here. And once I pulled this one out, the colors and everything, this is the one I knew I wanted. There were like some darker versions, there were also some lighter versions, but I feel like this one has like a combination of light and dark. So the coloring of this one is definitely my favorite. It's got just so many like little streaks and highlights that are running throughout this, and I love this big chunk of lighter wood right here. Here is the other side, just as stunning, just as much color variation. I want to say this one was $10.99 or $9.99, which I thought was a really good price for this one. It also has a little tie on here if you wanted to hang this and use this as like wall decor. Again, this I think would look really nice as a little cheese and salami cracker platter. Definitely a lot smaller than that last tray that I just showed, but this is just another like decorative cutting board or actual cutting board or little serving tray, I guess this could be too. It is much smaller. I guess I could even downsize to a little mini cheese platter for myself and my husband. This would be like the perfect size for 2 people, but I really love the shape of this. I love that it has that handle. The wood has kind of like a beveled effect on the edges here. I love all of the tones that this has, of course, and all of the character. I am definitely pretty selective when I'm finding wooden pieces like this, and I picked out the one that had the most character and the most color variation. Some people may not look for as much color or as much character as I personally like, and that's okay because they have those types of like more toned down wooden pieces at HomeGoods as well. This was only $4.99, which I thought was a really good price. This too has a little spot where it can be hung and used as wall decor. Here is the back side. Next wooden piece is this beautiful wooden bowl. This is something that I saw repeatedly at one single HomeGoods, and I kept passing it up, and it got to the point where I just decided I need to bring this home with me instead of risking someone else purchasing it and never being able to find this bowl again. So I have a long history with viewing this bowl, probably at least 4 or 5 times. Separate times I looked at this and admired it before I actually purchased it. So I was really happy to finally come home with this one. It has this beautiful like hammered out detailing that is surrounding it. It almost looks like a honeycomb. I am always worried about bringing my glass and my ceramic bowls outside when we have barbecues or get-togethers outdoors. And like I state in pretty much all of my videos lately, I want all parts of my home to go together. The decor, as well as like the serving bowls and trays and dinnerware, all of that. I want everything to just flow together. A lot of my stuff in the past have just kind of clashed with each other, and you can tell that there was no intent behind my purchasing decisions, whereas now I'm just trying to be super thoughtful. This bowl cost $16.99. Here's my next find. This was purchased at TJ Maxx, and this is just a little mini basket. It's got metal sides to it, and then it has this really cute little canvas lining on the inside. I just thought that this was adorable. So yeah, even though this is kind of small, it holds all of my basic morning essentials. So that is the purpose of this little basket. This was $4 at TJ Maxx. They did have, I want to say, like 3 or 4 other sizes. This was the smallest size. And then also from TJ Maxx, I found this little planter stand. I love these little wooden stands that I have been seeing so much, like on Instagram and just in stores. Such an adorable way to just prop up a little pot or vase. So I believe that is what the intent for something like this is. I am just going to use this as a candle holder. It fits a Bath & Body Works candle just pretty perfectly. I also love how this pot has so much texture on it, and then you get that pop of color with the wooden base. So this was $7.99. It does have a little crack on the inside right here. So hopefully you can kind of see that. So they were able to take 10% off of the original price for me. I've never had any trouble when I find like a defect or a small crack or something similar to this. When I let the cashier at HomeGoods or TJ Maxx know, they usually are really easy about taking 10% off. Here is how a Bath & Body Works 3-wick candle looks in something like this. Next up, I found this really tiny, adorable little measuring cup. This is only a 1-cup measuring cup, but I was looking for a smaller one. My plastic measuring cups began to get like super scratched up, and they just started looking old. I feel like you don't really run into that kind of problem with glass, and so I already had a big glass measuring cup, and so I just wanted to get a smaller one. I believe this was only $1.50 at HomeGoods. And then another baking item I found was this little bread baking dish. And this, of course, I'm sure most of you can tell, is Rae Dunn. At least in my local HomeGoods and TJ Maxx stores, there is never a shortage anymore of Rae Dunn pieces. Before, I remember it was like a scavenger hunt trying to find the whole Rae Dunn collection or line, and now it's just really easy to come across. And so I was looking for like a banana bread baking dish. For a while, I was kind of trying to steer away from purchasing a Rae Dunn piece. I guess I was just trying to find something a little bit more unique. I kept coming across this, and I do really like it, and so I went ahead and purchased this. I do have a wall piece in my kitchen that says Yum, and then I also have the newest coffee mug from the Rae Dunn collection that I purchased that says Yum as well. So this fits right in. I have now a nice little trio of Yum pieces. And here you can see this was $12.99. Next, I found this little like decorative accent piece. This says Love, Sweet Love. I loved what it said, and I really loved the buffalo check bow that's on the top there. That is definitely what sold it for me. I think that the gingham or the buffalo check print is just so adorable. It's so country and traditional, and I'm always like just drawn to that pattern. The size of this is so easy and versatile. This can be placed in so many different areas. Next up, another kitchen item that I found is this gray cutting board. This is 12 by 16 inches. I loved the color of this. A really nice modern gray color. Here is my previous cutting board, and you can see how much use I have gotten out of this one. This one I purchased when we moved into our first home back in 2012, and so I have had this one for quite a long time, and it has definitely served its purpose. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. The gray one is bigger than the one that I primarily use, and it's also much thicker, if you can kind of see the difference there. The gray one also has a handle, which this one does not, so I'm definitely upgrading. You know you're an adult when a basic cutting board gets you really excited to get in the kitchen and start using it. This cutting board was $7.99. Moving on, I found this planter bucket at TJ Maxx. This is a really beautiful teal color. It says Farmer's Market. I think that this would look so adorable with a huge bouquet of fresh flowers inside. I think either white faux flowers would look really nice in here, or a huge collection of like fresh wild flowers would also look super, super nice in something like this. I'm not sure if I will use it primarily indoors or outdoors. It does have lots of distressing marks throughout it. I do really like what it says, but if I didn't, or if I wanted a more like simpler look to it, I could just turn it around and just show the back of it, which is completely plain other than the distressing marks on it. I also found a smaller version of this in like a mustardy yellow color, which I also thought was really nice, especially paired together. This was a little bit more pricey than I would have thought. This was marked at $19.99. So that is a wrap for this part 1 home decor haul. I hope that you will join me for tomorrow's part 2 video to this haul. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. It means the world to me. If you could please check out the description box for all of my upcoming videos. Like this video, follow me on Instagram, and if you are not yet subscribed, please make sure to subscribe and join my YouTube family. I hope to hear from you all in the comment section below. I love chatting with you guys down there, and I hope to see you all in tomorrow's video. Until then, take care. Bye!